Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm very excited for today's class. Today's class is called Strength and Opening. That's kind of what we're changing the Breaking 101 class to for those who came from earlier classes. Um, is the title set? It's a good title. I'm vibing with it, but maybe we'll switch up the title. But what's going to be involved in this class? It's going to be strength and opening, right? So we're going to be spending a lot of time building strength in our body and also just opening our body in different ways. So topics we're really going to be exploring is push-pull strengthening and hip mobility. We'll throw in some shoulder mobility. We'll throw in some lower extremity leg strengthening as well. But those are going to be the main two topics for us to really get involved in. What's up, Rachel? Yay! Truly. Thank you guys for coming. As always, feel free to just throw comments in as far as what's easy, what's hard. So kind of that we can have a conversation, and that's what this is all about. So, are there any other announcements that come to mind? Tuesday's going to be a pure strength class. Thursday's going to be a pure hip mobility class. And if you guys are interested, I'd love to do a Saturday class. It just kind of depends on, if you guys are interested in a Saturday class, we'll combine both those topics. So, with that in mind, why don't we go ahead and get started? For today, we're going to start with a coordination exercise. So what is a coordination exercise? Like strength, if you do a lot of strength training, guess what happens by the end of, the day you finish your strength training? You're going to feel weak. And that's the only way you're going to get stronger is you have to get to the point of fatigue when you're trying to build mass in your body. Um, so how do we build coordination? By feeling uncoordinated. So we need to do tasks that challenge our coordination system. So we're just gonna play a small little game. It's gonna be just a good like 4 or 5 minute warm up intro to what this class is about, which is gonna be a lot of tuning into our body, building strength through it, and building more opening. So how does this game work? Let's go ahead and get started. Um, it's hard, which is fun. So the way that we're going to do this is I want you to just practice a very simple movement, and we're going to see how coordinated we can get in this movement. So the way that this movement is going to go is you're going to cross the arms and the legs at the same time, so like this, and then you're going to open them at the same time, like this. Okay? Legs are going to constantly switch when you cross, right? You know what I mean? So it's going to be 1 foot forward, and then out, and then the other foot forward, and then out. Okay, so why don't we just do that for 15, 20 reps real quick, just to get that pattern in our head. And then we're going to start adding in some coordination involvement with it. And this will be a fun way to get warmed up. So we're going to do 15, 20 reps. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15's good. Do we got that pattern down? Does that feel okay? All right, now we're just going to do another pattern, just the opposite. And this might feel a little confusing. That's okay. Um, it's meant to be. So this time, we have the arms crossed and the legs uncrossed. And we're just going to do the opposite again. Let's go for 20 reps for sure this time and see how this feels in our body. You guys ready? 20 reps. Let's try it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might be having trouble with it, and that's okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 20 reps, and you might be like, that wasn't that hard. I don't feel uncoordinated yet. Or you might be like, that was kind of hard. And that's okay. Both responses are expected. It just depends on how much you've gotten to toy around with your body. This is where it gets pretty tough. So, we're going to keep this pattern that we had in the beginning with arms and legs crossed and open. Arms and legs crossed, open. And what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to say arms. And anytime I say arms, you're going to actually double hit. right? So what does that mean? It means that while your legs keep going, your arms are gonna double cross. So you can watch me the first time. So I'm doing my pattern, and then I say arms, arms. And notice I double hit my arms. So I went hit, hit. And then I'm going in the opposite direction. And then I say arms. And now I'm back to my arms and legs synced up. I say arms. And now I'm opposite. So I say the word arms. Take a second. You don't have to do it right away. Right when I say the word arms, you try and double tap. Just process it. Stay in tune with what's about to go down your body. And then create it. Okay? So we're going to try that for 60 seconds. I'm just going to say the word arms. And then we're going to cross them twice. And see if we can keep the pattern going. If it feels easy, perfect. Because we're going to level it up right after. If it feels hard, that's okay, because this is how you develop the coordination. So I'm going to set a timer for us for 60 seconds. 60 seconds timer. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start arms cross and uncross. So just keep that going. And when I say the word arms, 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 arms. Doing good. Arms, 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 arms. About 10 more seconds. Arms. Arms. Woo! So if anyone has questions on that exercise, please let me know. We're going to try it one more time. This time we're adding in another challenge. And that's when I say the word legs. We actually are going to get the legs to cross and stay crossed for 2 counts. So let me just show what that looks like. So I'm going through my motion. I start off and I'm here. And if I say legs, notice that my legs did a double while my arms continued. So if you watch me, so I'm going, and I say legs, and then my legs are going twice, and I'll be in the opposite motion. I'll show that one more time, slow motion. Hit, hit. I say legs, my legs double cross, and now I'm going opposite until I say legs. And then I double, and I'm back to neutral. So if I say legs, you're going to keep the double crossing going. And if I say arms, you get the double arms going. We're going to do one more 60-second timer, and then we're going to get into some strength work. But this is a fun way for us to test our coordination and feel very uncoordinated. You guys ready? Let's try it out. 60-second timer. 60-second timer.
Your timer is set for 1 minute.
All right, let's try it out. And begin. So we're going to start just normal, and we just wait for my cues. Arms. Good. Keep it up. Legs. Arms. Arms. Legs. 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 Arms. Woo! Getting more, I'm sure. That's okay. Stay focused. See if you can get it. You don't have to go as fast as me. You can go slower. Arms. Legs. Woo! And that's the timer. All right. Good. So that's a pretty solid warm-up. And that's just a nice little fun game you can play with your friends to start developing some understanding of what it's like to start coordinating your body, because it's meant to be hard, and that game can constantly be taken to new levels. So hopefully that was a good little flavor blast for what it's like to tune into our bodies. So let's get into the class for today. Today we're going to work on basics of push-pull strength work, as well as some hip opening in between. So the way that I set up today's class is that we're going to do a strength exercise, hip opening, strength exercise, hip opening, and we're going to superset those together, meaning right when you finish one workout, you go right into the second, and you doing that second workout will give your body a rest as you enter the first workout again. So the first concept is our best friend, the push-up. So we're going to just go through what it's like to do a quote-unquote a great push-up. The big thing that we're going to hone in on is going to be our tempo, and that's what I really want to focus in on. So for the push-up, the tempo I prescribe is 4 seconds on the way down, 1 second hold at the bottom, blast off. Okay? So let's go through cueing of a push-up. We're going to get our arms shoulder width apart. I want us, the way we're developing this push-up, this isn't the only way to do a push-up, but this is the version I want to teach today, is going to be the protracted push-up. So what we're going to do is hollow the chest, and we're going to maintain that hollowing through the whole push-up. So if you come to the top of your push-up position, you have two options here. If you're one to be like, push-ups are really tough, that's okay, come to your knees. But when you come to your knees, we're not doing push-ups here, we're doing push-ups here. So I still create that body line, right, between my knees and my shoulders. It should be a straight line. There shouldn't be any 90-degree angles in there. So we create this line. I want you to spread the fingers, grab the ground, wrap the elbows back, and create that doming at the top. Hollow the chest out. From here, we go 4 seconds on the way down. You guys ready? We're only going to do 5 reps. So we're going to do 5 reps, and let's try that. 4 seconds on the way down, 5 reps, and here we go. Coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, back up. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, back up. Notice I'm maintaining the hollowness in my body. 2 more reps. Coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. And last rep. 4 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. So that push-up might be very different for you. It's called a protracted push-up. And the reason why I really enjoy that one is it's going to strengthen a lot of the muscles around your shoulder blade. So we're really honing in on trying to strengthen those muscles and maintain that contraction as we start creating dynamic movement from it. It's also a really good precursor to more advanced push-up forms like handstand push-ups, planches. All of that really comes from this doming position in the upper body. So if that felt a little off, that's okay. It's meant to be a very new sensation. So 5 reps of that. We're going right into a hip opening exercise, and then we're going to go back to push-up, back to hip opening, right? So the hip opening exercise for today, today's going to be a lot of new stuff, but once we start getting some of these ideas down, they'll become a little more understanding, and we'll be able to jump through the ideas a little faster. This one's called 4-point sit. So the way that 4-point sit goes down is I have my one foot out in front in this V position, and then my back foot in another V position. So we're going to find ourselves in that V position. Let me make sure there's no questions. Cool. So, yeah, I know, Ray. That one's a struggle, that move. So, I'm in this double V, and what I'm going to do is the foot that's pointing to the back of the room, I turn towards it. From here, I turn back, and I'm going to try and come onto my knees as so. Notice that my knees didn't move. I just came up onto them. So this is 4-point sit. So I go ahead and I turn to the opposite side, and now I'm going to turn back nice and slow. Control it. Control every single millimeter. Slowly. We're going for 10 reps here. That's 1. Back up. And then down we go. 2. Back up. Down we go. 3. Back up. Down. 4. Back up. Down. 5. Back up. Down. 6. Back up. Down. 7. Up. Down. 8. Up. Down. 9. Up. And last one, we're going to hold it at the bottom position for 10 seconds. So turning this way, hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. So we're just turning, going the opposite way. 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. You might notice one side's easier. That's okay. Like, that's just how the human body's developed. It's meant to be asymmetrical when we're born. We have like a liver on one side. We have 2 lobes of the lung on one side, 3 lobes on another. The point is that like the body was built asymmetrically. We're gonna do our best to create symmetry, but just know that there's nothing wrong with a little bit of asymmetry in the body. We just start developing symmetry by moving through these movements and through these functional patterns. So we're gonna go head 10 reps on the other side, coming up. Turn towards the leg that's forward, and then come down. Turn as slowly as you can towards the leg that's down. 1, back up. Good. Turn slowly. 2, back up. Turn slowly. 3, back up. Turn slowly. 4, back up. Turn slowly. 5, back up. Good. Slowly. 6. Try and keep that flexion, like keep your trunk forward as you come down. That'll really deepen the stretch as you keep the trunk forward. And let it always feel strong. We're at 8 here. 9. And the last one, we're not just resting in this last one. Even though we're at the bottom and turn, I'm pushing my legs deep into the ground. Push them down so you can feel your strength. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Good job, guys. Good job, everyone. All right. So back to push-ups. I used to think I had to do many push-ups. I used to brag about how many push-ups I could do, like throwing absurd numbers out. Now I just do sets of 5. But I do them right, and I let my tempo really let me get the juice out of the exercise. So if you're going to do a movement, make sure you get all the juice out before you add more weight to the movement, before you start adding more complexity. Make sure you focus in on the basics, right? So here we are in our push-up. 5 reps. I'm going to do the full one this time around. I have my legs squeezed, my abs are pulled in, I'm grabbing the ground, I hollow the chest and I maintain that hollow while my elbows are tight by my ribs. 4 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, back up. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 second at the bottom, back up. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, back up. 2 more reps. I don't go past 90. 2, 3, 4. Back up. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. All right. Fantastic. So, good job. I hope those push-ups are feeling delicious and they're feeling very juicy and hard because that's what's going to let us really get the most out of it. We're going right back to 4-point sit. 10 reps again. Control every millimeter of the movement. Don't let yourself collapse down. Okay, coming right up. So I'm turning towards the leg that's further back. I turn and up I go. 1. I turn nice and slow, and up I go. 2, turning, and up for 3, turning, up for 4, turning, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10-second hold at the very bottom. Control on the way down, and drive those legs in. Drive the heel, the middle, whatever's touching the ground. Drive that into the ground so you feel that tension and rotate. We're at 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. Coming up. I'm turning towards the way that my leg is long, and then I slowly come down. 1. Slowly come down. 2. Good. Slowly come down. 3. Slowly down. 4. Coming down. 5. 6. Notice the control, right? Every millimeter. 7. 8. 9. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Good, guys. So I didn't give this disclaimer before class started, but we actually need a pull-up bar in these classes. That's just really going to assist you. Not every exercise will have a pull-up bar, so if you don't have one, no problem. Go ahead and invest in one regardless. It's just such an important part of finding balance in the body. We can't get through an entire process of movement and balance within the body without the pull function. So like pushing is great, just like these push-ups, but we do need a pull-up bar for this next exercise that I'm going to show. And if you don't have it today, that's okay. You can even double up on the push-ups, but know that we're going to need that pull-up bar for when we do get to one. So I'm just going to point us at my door here. Okay, so I have this pull-up bar here. I don't know what this pull-up bar is called, but this is the one that works on my door frame. I know not everybody has this kind of door frame, so they have different kinds of pull-up bars to show. So, a little bit of understanding of what we're going to create here first. So, when I'm using my shoulder, right, there's different components in the shoulder. This is my arm bone, right? My arm bone, aka the humerus, and this is my shoulder blade, aka the scapula. Those are parts of the shoulder. There's more parts, but those are the big two that most people think about when they think about a shoulder, right? They think of their shoulder blade and their arm bone, their humerus. Scapula and humerus. With that in mind, it's good to have some terminology, so we're going to get a few words in. So here's my scapula. My scapula has 4 motions in it. It can go up, elevation. It can go down, depression. It can go forward, protraction. And it can go backwards, retraction. So let's try that together real quick. So we're going to go in a clockwise circle, and we're going to name all of the dimensions as we do it. Elevation, protraction, depression, retraction. Do it with me. Elevation, protraction, depression, retraction. So in the pull-up that I want us to create, we're going to combine 2 elements, depression and retraction. So let's just try that real quick. So we're relaxed right here, just in a chill position, and I want us to retract and depress. So depression is like you're carrying heavy suitcases. It's going to pull your shoulder blades down, scapula down, right? Retract, depress, right here. And so we're just going to hold that. and relax. Let's try that retract and depression again. We're going to do 5-second holds. Let's just do 3 reps so we can kind of get this terminology. Retract plus depression of the scapula. Okay, ready? Retract, depress. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 2 more times. Again, retract, depress. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and last one. Retract, depress. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So when I set up my pull-up, we're gonna have 4 elements in a pull-up. Element number 1 is gonna be exactly what we talked about. So phase 1 is you're just gonna be hanging, a pure passive hang. Let everything in your body relax. If you have any shoulder dislocations, do not let everything in your body relax. That might be a little too much opening for your shoulder. But if you do not have any history of popping your shoulder out, relax everything. And then from here, we're going to do phase 2, retract and depress, just like we talked about. There's no elbow bending yet. We're just going to retract and depress. Then we move into phase 3, which is going to be bending the elbows. You're going to come up and try and touch your chest to the pull-up bar. I know a lot of people call them chin-ups because they want to get their chin over. If you're better, let's do better. So let's get the chest to touch. Chest touches. Then from here, 3 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3. I still have my scapula engaged even though my arms are straight. And then phase 4, relaxation. So let me show that on a pull-up bar. 1 rep I'll show you. And then we're going to try that all together. I'll also show a variation for people who don't have the capabilities to do a pull-up like this. Can everyone see me? Let me go ahead and actually bring you guys closer so that you guys can see me. Okay. Alright, so pull-up number 1. Let's try it together, guys. So we're hanging here. And from this position, notice I'm in a complete relaxation mode, passive. So now I'm going to retract and depress. And here I am. From here, I pull up. And then 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I'm still retracting, depressed. And then relax. Whew. So maybe you did that rep with me. Shout out to you. We're going to try 3 reps. If you cannot do 3 reps in your pull-up, that's okay. What I want you to do is focus in on that retract and depression and elevating the chest up. So I want you to come to the elevated state and hold that for 3 seconds and then slowly come back down. And then back to elevated state, slowly come back down. Okay? Sound like a plan? Let's go ahead. We're going to go for 3 reps if you can. And if you can't, just doing the elevation that retraction and depression of the scapula. So let's get right into it. Coming here, retract and depress, up, 1, 2, 3, down. Again, retract and depress, up, 1, 2, 3, down. Last one, retract and depress, up, 1, 2, 3, down. Good. Maybe you can't do a full pull-up, but that's okay. If you're feeling like you can do at least one of those 3, get 1 pull-up, come down and do the last 2 with just the elevation of the chest and the retraction depression of the scapula. Great. So we're going to do pull-ups. That was 1 set. And then we're going to do another hip opener. So let's go right into the second hip opener. This one is called single limb good mornings. They're hard, but very rewarding. So the way that we set this one up is that we're going to come onto one leg. So here we are on one leg, the other one's floating. From this position, you're going to forward fold in the hips while maintaining the length in your spine. So you can watch me here. I'm on my left leg. My right leg is floating next to my left, and I am making sure that I don't send it back. Do not keep the legs right where they're at. From here, lock the left knee so that you can really get that posterior chain opening. And we're going to fold forward without bending the spine, and right when I feel like this is my limit, I come back up. So there's a lot of controversy with locking out joints. A lot of people say not to do it, and I agree you should not be locking any joints out when you have an extensive load on the person. Like if they're squatting 200 pounds, they should not come to the top and lock the knees. But because we're just using our body weights, we actually can lock the knee, especially for this mobility exercise, because it's going to really help open the hamstring when your knee is locked. So hone in on that. Lock this knee super tight and do not let it unlock. And we're going to go down 10 reps we're going to do with a 10-second hold at the bottom. You guys ready? So let's try it. 10 reps. So coming down, keep that, again, the straightness in your spine. Back up. That's 1. Coming down, back up. And you might have some trouble with balance. That's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. So we're going to do a 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. If this was your first time doing a single limb good morning, it's gonna get you sore tomorrow. And that's okay. That's what we're here for. It's to slowly strengthen and lengthen the tissue. 10 reps. Coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Shake it out, shake it out. Good. And so, just a quick little discussion about why are we opening up our hamstrings like that. So, a big misconception in open training, like opening joints, is a lot of people have really utilized passive stretching to try and open a joint. So what does that mean? It means trying to just push your leg up to the sky and hope that it gets longer. It will get longer, for sure, but it will not get stronger. And so the reason why that's not that great of an idea is that what we've been seeing in research, they had this huge study done on professional NFL football players where they made them double down on their stretching. They did all sorts of stretching, and what happened was they actually got more hamstring injuries that year because they tried to touch their toes for longer periods of time, and they lengthened their tissue, but they did not strengthen the tissue. So as we're opening a joint, we also want to make sure that we have the capabilities to have strength in that new opening, and that's why these movements we're doing, like we just went down with that single limb good morning, so your hamstring opened, but then you actually had to pull yourself back up with your hamstring, so you tightened it back up. So that's what this practice is offering, is you're going to get your opening in your hips, but we're doing it from a realm that lets you also get stronger in your hips at the same time. So that's what's really going to allow you to not only have loose, flimsy, open hips, but structurally strong hips that let you have great mobility and access to different dimensions. Make sense? Let me know in the comments if I'm missing out on anything. So, to the standing. That's not what's happening here. I'm literally floating it next to it so that I can come in, out, in, out. Am I frozen? Are you guys good? Okay. So in case I did freeze, I just want to say, Rachel, that no, I am not floating next to it. It is a pure, or I am not pressing into it. It is a pure just float. so that the leg that I'm placing my weight on can truly lengthen and strengthen. So let's get right back into the pull-ups. I know it's a lot of talking today, guys, but just know that it's good information, and that once we get this in the next class, I won't have to spend as much time trying to describe the reasoning for all these movements. So we're coming right back into the pull-up. Same thing with the tempo training. So we're going to retract and depress the scapula. 1 second. Come up as fast as you can. Hold at the top. 1 second. 3 seconds down. 3 reps. Let's do it. All right. If you feel strong and you want to do 5 reps, you can do 5, but do not lose the tempo. I don't care how many reps you get if you lost tempo. It's not going to let you really get the strength that we're looking for, which is found by the negative aspect of the pull-up and the push-up. So let's go ahead. Coming up. So scapular retraction, depression. Elbows are straight here. And then up and down. 1, 2, 3. Relax. And again, scapular retraction, depression. Up. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Last time. Up. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Woo. Fantastic. Right back into single limb good mornings. Second set. All right. Coming right into it this time. 10 reps, 10-second hold on the last one. 2. And you should go low enough that you feel a stretch in your posterior chain. Some people might feel it in their hamstring. Some people might feel it in the calf. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. Leg is floating. Feel free again to tap that leg that's floating in case you're losing your balance. 10 reps, we go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, we're gonna do one last circuit. So we did 2 circuits so far. This third circuit we're gonna do is gonna be 3 exercises. 1 push, 1 pull, 1 hip opening. So let's get right into it. This is the development of straight arm strength. So we just went through bent arm strength, push-ups, pull-ups, where you bend within the arms. Straight arm strength is something that isn't really as often talked about, but has great abilities to develop good body awareness and core tension that's needed in climbing, as well as just so many other practices. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So what is straight arm strength? It means I'm going to try and develop a practice without bending the arms. So here I am, squeezing my legs together, coming into the push-up position. My elbows do not bend, but I'm going to create that caving structure down and up, down and up. Notice it's not coming from my elbow, it's coming from my scapula, relaxing, re-engaging, relaxing, re-engaging. We're going to do 6 reps of of this exercise and the pull one, and we're going to do 3 seconds at the top. If this is easy, well, you can always push harder, but if it's easy and you want to take it to the next level, lean forward past the shoulders and you'll start entering planche world, which is a really great practice as well. So we'll get into that one day, but we're not going to do planche training today. So coming in, squeeze the legs together, tighten the glutes, spread the fingers, grab the ground, pull in the stomach. here I am doming my chest, and I relax. And then I come back up. 1, 2, 3, relax. Come back up, push, push, push. 1, 2, 3, relax. Up, up, up. 1, 2, 3, relax. Up, up, up. 1, 2, 3, relax. 2 more reps. Up, up, up. 1, 2, 3, relax. Last rep. Up, up, up. 1, 2, 3, relax. 6 reps. That can be pretty intense. The next 6 are going to be off the pull-up bar, straight arm strength. So we're only going to do part 1 of the pull-up, passive to active hangs. Definitely worth your time, and it will really help front lever progressions if you can start getting some of this strength in your scapula. Okay, so retraction and depression of the scapula, 6 reps. Come to the top, 3-second hold, relax. 3-second hold, relax. 3-second hold, relax. Okay, let's try it. Coming up. 1, 2, 3, relax. And up. 1, 2, 3, relax. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, relax. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, relax. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, relax. 1 more. 1, 2, 3, relax. Woo! 6 reps, 6 reps. 6 reps of good intensity. And last one for hip opening. This one is my favorite hip opener, and it's hard, but that's okay. It's definitely something that will challenge you if you have not done this hip opening exercise, and if you have done it, it still challenges me to this day. So what we're going to be doing is a hip flexor opening. This is called the diagonal stretch. So for those who have done it, shout out to you. It's one of my favorites, and it's the one that really progressed my split. So I did not get my split through passive stretching. I still don't have a split. I'm about this far away, but I made no progress through holding splits, which I did consistently until I started entering a strength-based practice at end range. So what we're going to do is another example of you opening, lengthening a tissue and strengthening it. So here I am. I come into a lunge position. My goal here is that if my left leg for me is back, whichever leg is back, that arm comes across my chest. So let me go ahead and actually do the opposite so you can see me. So now my right leg is back, so that means my right arm is across my chest. So here I am, right leg back, right arm is across my chest. My left hand is going to try and go as far back down my leg to touch. And then I come back up. And that's 1. Goal is for me to touch my heel. So I want to be able to go all the way back and touch my heel. So we're going to go for 10 reps. Wherever you are, try and touch that part of your body, right? So if all you can do is your hamstring, just touch it so you know that you're making progress as you go each rep. 10 reps, 10-second hold on the last one. Let's go ahead and get it started. Ready? So coming back, touch. 1. I do not mind if your knees bend. Coming back, touch. 2. Eventually, you're going to try and stop as much of that knee bending as you can. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switching sides. I like to just turn around so that I make sure that I have my feet planted in the same spot. It's okay if you already lost that spot, but that's just a tip for next time so that you know you're equally making progress on both sides. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3. Notice that I'm really extending my chest up. 4. Get it from your spine as well. This is a spinal opening at the same time as a hip flexor opening. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Kick it out, kick it out. Anybody have any questions that I'm missing out on? Okay, cool. So next up, we're going into same circuit. Let's finish it off. How much time do we have? 5:46. We can do another round. So let's go ahead. Ryan, I'm happy that you got a good back crack. Yeah, it's gonna really get some opening in the spine, and we're doing the same thing. They say in the PT world, motion is lotion. So we're just trying to get these things moving so that they start freeing up in the body. Great. Let's go right into straight arm strength. We're going for 6 reps, 3-second hold at the top. So coming down, back up. 1, 2, 3, down, back up. 1, 2, 3, down, back up. 2, 3, down, back up. 2, 3. Going too fast, guys. I'm losing the tempo. Back up. 1, 2, 3. Last rep. Back up. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. Right into straight arms with the pull-ups. 6 reps. 3-second hold at the top. Okay. Coming to the top. Up. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Up. 1, 2, 3. Relax. 4 more. Up. 1, 2, 3. Relax. 2 more or 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Good. Woo! Sweat coming for me. That's good. Getting the body super warm. And last time we're going for the diagonal stretch here. I want to give a few more tips with this diagonal stretch. So let's go ahead and watch me one time go through it. Before I even start, I want to make sure that I'm really opening this hip flexor by tightening my left glute and pulling in my abs. And that's going to create what we call a posterior tilt in the pelvis. So when we have our pelvis here, when we're here, that's called anterior tilting. When we're here, that's called posterior tilting. So what causes an anterior tilted pelvis, this kind of like pop in the booty look, is we have tight hip flexors and weak glutes. So what are we going to do to try and combat that while we're opening our hip flexor is we're going to tighten the glutes and tighten the stomach, and that's going to posteriorly tilt the pelvis, right? So I want this posterior tilt, and I want, as I reach back, for it to come from a rotation and extension of my spine at the same time as I'm opening this hip. So keep that tightness here, arms across my chest, and check out this rotation and opening. Boom, I touch the heel. Okay, does that make sense? 10 reps, 10-second hold. I forget my friend who said they fell over. Ryan, don't fall over. And a tip for that is if your legs are like this, one right in front of the other, spread them out more. You know, you can get them a little further and further out. We do want them eventually on top, but that takes, again, more balance. So that's okay if you have them in 2 different tracks. All right, let's go for it. 10 reps, 10-second hold. One arm across the chest, back we go. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opposite way. Facing forward. Arm across the chest. Now we're going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. All right. So what we're going to do to cool things down for today, that's actually going to be all the topics, the circuits I wanted to cover for today. We're going to be cooling down in a squat program. So we have about 6 minutes that I want to dedicate to the squat, and then we're going to do about 2 minutes dedicated to stillness and 1 minute dedicated to questions, comments, concerns. But I don't mind staying a little longer if people have questions, comments, concerns. So let's go ahead and come into a deep squat. If you do not have a deep squat, meaning that you are not able to sit in a position where your heels are on the ground restfully, that's okay. That just means you need to practice. If your heels are off the ground right now, find yourself a little towel, roll it up under the heels. You can roll up a yoga mat, you can put a stick underneath, and that'll just let you start finding yourself a little more comfortable in this position. So this is squat talk, meaning that while I'm explaining the whole exercise, you're already getting some of the benefits of the exercise. So why are we doing this squat? So many reasons, I can't even explain it fast enough. First and foremost, this position is a really basic position for the hip, knee, and ankle to have access to. If you go to any country, not any country, if you go to most countries in Asia, this type of position is very socially acceptable. I can't speak actually about many other countries, but I can speak about India. So when I went to India, you'll see that most of my friends that come from India very easily squat in this position. And that's because this position is one, they eat in it, they poop in it. You'll see people smoking a cig at the bus stop in this position. It's a very socially acceptable position, and because of that, they're really nutritioning their hip, knee, ankle to just be able to sit here. At this point, maybe some of you guys are getting antsy to get out of it, but know that when I first started, I could only hold about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and now I'm about 25, 30 minutes is like where my training levels are when I'm trying to open this up. So it is worth opening up. I recommend every person should be able to hold a 10-minute deep squat without trouble. So with that being said, the best way to get the squat is to do the squat. So find reasons for you to sit down here throughout your day. Whether you're working on your laptop, I know a lot of people are in quarantine, so find a way that you can just work a little bit, read a little bit here, eat a little bit here, text a friend, get on a phone call, just so you can start regaining this super functional position. Like if somebody asks me what are the point of legs, besides for walking, it is to get up and down. It's not to squat 300 pounds. It's not to jump over hurdles. All that stuff is really important, and in classes we'll get to explore, strength training for legs, and we'll get to explore power training, I'm sure, at some point. But this is what I think is one of the beginning reasons for accessing the legs. So I don't even think we got through a single exercise. I wanted to show exercises that you can do in here. Let's show one exercise. I spent most of those 6 minutes talking, but I don't mind. It's helpful, right? It's the first class. So let's get some good conversation and topics in. So this exercise I'm going to show, the way that we do this one, my right hand is going to grab my left leg, left ankle. I know the screen is switched, so rights and lefts are opposite. This hand grabs the opposite leg. Now that's going to grab your ankle. The other elbow, you're going to try and touch the floor. It's okay if you can't touch it today, it will come. So you touch the floor with your elbow, and you're going to then try and touch the sky with the elbow. Just like that. Let's go for 5 reps because we don't have as much time as I wanted. Normally I do 10 reps with a 10-second hold. We're going to do 5 reps with a 5-second hold on the last one. Touch down, back up. 2, touch down, back up. 3, touch down, back up. 4, touch down, back up. 5-second hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Last one. Elbow touch, back up. 1, elbow touch, back up. 2, elbow touch, back up. 3, elbow touch, back up. 4, last one, elbow touch, and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! If you want to get out of the squat, you can get out of it now. We're at the end of our 5 minutes of squatting together. Today we're going to now end off the class with 2 minutes of stillness. So the way that I like for us to entertain this stillness is actually going to come from a standing position. So we're going to enter a standing position today for our stillness practice. And I'll give some cues as to what we can hope to experience through these 2 minutes of stillness. So grounding yourself so that your feet are facing forward and they're going to be right underneath your armpits. So here I am, feet right underneath the armpits. I'm going to relax the legs and relax my low back and glutes. I actually want your whole back to start relaxing. So arms are going to be by my side. This is not a postural exercise. This is an opportunity to explore stillness. Okay, so do not worry about, does my posture look great here? I'm here to just let you start inviting a practice of stillness. So letting the breath slow down. We have a slight bend in the knees and let your pelvis feel like 100 pounds as it reaches to the ground. Relax the glutes, relax the low back. Grab the ground with the feet and let the arches really be shown here. Fully supported in the arches, small knee bend, glutes relaxed, low back relaxed. I want your chest to feel like it's about to fall off your rib cage. Super relaxed in the chest. From here, let the top of your head reach towards the sky, almost as if you're wearing a crown that's filled with helium. Let that be the only force that reaches towards the sky while you let your pelvis feel like 100 pounds reaching towards the floor. So head towards the sky, pelvis towards the floor, completely relaxed, feet grabbing the floor, and deep breath here. We have about 1 more minute of stillness. Letting the chest fall off the ribs. How much can you relax the chest, reaching the heads towards the sky, pulling in the arches of the feet. And just start to notice how your scapula feel in your back. Can you relax them? Three more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Let yourself walk around the room, kind of feel what it's like to have a new connection to the floor. What's it feel like to feel like you're using the floor instead of just falling onto it. So that concludes today's class, guys. So many topics I know from the strengthening and opening that the whole class is about, but also just touching some fun topics like in the beginning, like coordination and uh, stillness. Those are topics that I find just flavorful and joyful for our bodies to play with. I'm hoping that this practice brings as much excitement for you to start really feeling connected to your body, and I love the push up, I love the pull up, but that's not what it's about. It's not about any of those movements. They just offer a system, lines for us to start exploring what it feels like to develop strength in our body. It's not that the push up is the perfect workout or the pull up is the perfect workout, but it's a great way to start testing how committed am I to the rules that are created within that form and technique, which is why I create so many rules like the tempoing. And so I hope that this was helpful. Every class will be discussing similar topics of strength and opening, showing different drills for it, but a lot of similar drills. I'm a huge fan of repetition. There's no perfect push-up still to this day in my body, so I'm constantly exploring, and that's what this class is going to be about, exploring these concepts of strength and progressing it together. So thank you guys for coming today. And Ryan, I'm happy you found some good stuff here. Good luck with the laundry. If you guys have any topics you want to explore, just a quick understanding of like where I come from. I've gotten to study physical therapy, and from physical therapy, I also got to explore dance, from dance to yoga, from yoga to acro yoga, to circus arts, and so on and so forth. So movement's just been a huge word that I've been trying to like really get the chance to show people, and I'm happy I got to do it here. All right. Thank you guys. That's all I'm going to say for today. Stay tuned for Tuesday. All right. Bye-bye.